Jennifer Thompson. Let's look at what's hot for Sunshine Coast Libraries this February, the hottest month of the year, usually, yes. So we have finished all of our, obviously, holiday programming. All of our wonderful, children are back at school and young adults, and so we are fully immersed in adult programming. We've got garden light designs, we've got creative crochet, we've got preserving photos, and of course, to round out the month of February, libraries are hosting 7 free workshops right across the Sunshine Coast supporting our writers. And you know, Sheridan, that libraries love to get behind our emerging authors, whether or not you're writing fiction or a memoir or non-fiction. Lots and lots of our community love to come to these and learn something new. And we try to get the best of the best in, and we certainly have done that here. So the wonderful author and journalist Roxanne McCarty-O'Kane is going to be presenting how to break that blank page. So, of course, as yourself, as a writer, you know what it's like to stare at a blank page and get started. We find 1,000 things to do before we start writing, dusting our knickknacks, repotting all of our plants, doing a budget for the year. Sometimes the first step is the hardest. And these workshops will be focusing on non-fiction writers. So if you're struggling to get your manuscript started, you can come along to one of these workshops and really drill down into the why and the who and the what, your book's purpose. There's going to be lots of audience mapping, and you can enjoy fun, hands-on free writing exercises. Audience mapping, I've got to find out what that is. But first, Roxanne, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Sheridan. Great to catch up again.
I've got to get something out of the way. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Roxanne! Does that happen all the time?
Yes, it does.
It came with a caveat. There was the apology. Let's move on now. Look, have you ever, and I know you're a prolific writer and ghostwriter yourself, have you ever struggled with writer's block?
Absolutely. And you know what? I think every single writer does, whether you are first starting out and this is your first sort of foray into writing long-form non-fiction, or even, multi-time authors. I'm sure yourself, Sheridan, have experienced that taunting, blinking cursor from time to time that just refuses to budge. It's definitely something that I see in 100% of the people that I work with. It's all about getting the strategies and processes to be able to move past that and not let that cursor beat you.
So when it comes to the non-fiction genre, are you finding most people who come to you to learn about this already have an idea at least, or a couple of ideas, and then need a little bit of help just getting across that line and putting those marks on the page and losing that fear?
Absolutely. So, non-fiction is pretty great in that way. It usually is based around either life experience or knowledge that they've accumulated that they want to share. So basically everything's already locked up tight inside of these aspiring authors' brains, and it's just a matter of giving them the tools and the strategies to be able to pull that out and get it onto the page in a cohesive way. So I think you have nailed it in that, sometimes we are our own worst enemies, and we can fall into overwhelm and uncertainty about, which parts to share and what to tap into and what's going to be relevant and who cares about what, and that inner talk just takes over, and it basically stops you from making any progress.
And I'd have to agree, that is the main thing in any point of life when we want to do something new or venture into a new chapter of our lives or a new phase of our creativity. We can talk ourselves out of it. It's like waiting for everything to be perfect and 100% crystal clear. I don't know about you, but often that happens in the execution, in the writing itself. It becomes clearer as we write. And there's a reason we have editors.
Absolutely, yes. They are a very great gift to the world.
So for those who can't make it to the workshop, and I hope that everybody who's listening that has an interest in this can, but, if for whatever reason someone's unable to attend, let's give them a couple of tips.
Yeah.
The importance of a writing routine. Like, a lot of people think, I should just be inspired and the muse will come to me and I won't be able to sleep. I'll be up all night writing. I think a lot of us can feel guilty if it's not just pouring out of us.
Yeah, well, that's right. I'm glad you brought that up because everyone's creative journey is very different. So, yes, I have worked with people who've literally sat down and gone, 48 hours running on coffee fumes and poured out their their manuscript first draft in one go. But on the opposite side of that is that, people who are, very, very slow and steady, but taking several years to pull it together. So we want to find that happy medium where there is momentum continuing, but getting rid of all of that comparison, because your journey is going to be unique because everyone's creativity and the way that they work and the way that they tap into, their flow and connect with their story is going to be different. So, so we'll be talking about a few different strategies you can tap into, because I don't believe there's a one-size-fits-all. You tell some people get up and write 20 minutes a day, and some people love that, and other people think that's the worst thing ever because they'll miss 2 days and then feel guilty for a month and not write anything. So it's about finding what works for each individual. Yeah. A lot of blockage comes from uncertainty and not being clear on what it is that you want to create. So having a mission of, I want to write a book, it's a massive goal, it's a huge goal, it's one that I love, but we need to sort of drill down and really understand what that means for each individual author. So we'll be looking at, audience mapping. Who is this book for? What is the purpose of your book? Are you putting it out there just to realise a dream of being an author, or are you putting it out there to educate? Are you using it for business? Really honing in on those particular foundational elements, because that will give you the clarity that you need to be able to write with purpose and not just vomit stuff all over the page and hope that it sticks. So, really honing in on what that looks like for you is going to really help to, move through that blank page, because you'll understand who the book's for, what sort of style that requires of writing, and it also creates a filter for you too. So if you're trying to capture 30 or 40 years of knowledge into a book, that's overwhelming. So by having an idea of the genre, who you're marketing it to, who your ideal reader is, you create this filter that you can almost pass things through that determine if it's relevant or not, and that can really help to speed up your writing process, because you're not spending hours writing about stuff that won't actually make the final cut.
So these workshops are only a couple of weeks away, so it's important that if you're listening, playing along at home at the moment, that you jump on the library's website and get yourself registered. Roxanne, what do people need to bring with them?
So just bring a notepad and a pen. I'll be providing some workbooks to help with the exercises that we'll be doing. And just bring an open mind and a willingness to connect and engage as part of the workshops. That's all we need.
And what will participants leave with?
So this is great. I love this. They will leave with a really clear idea of their book. So they'll have basically the foundations that they're going to be working towards with their writing. So they'll have the clarity. They'll know where it fits in the market. They'll know who they're writing for. And we will be busting through some of those mindset barriers that can pop up. And that's what the free writing exercises are for too, to really free you from your analytical mind and move you into your creative mind, so that you can write with better ease.
Jennifer Thompson and Roxanne McCarty-O'Kane.